I continue giving details of that which was discussed in the first lesson by discussing the subject of partnership, concepts and characteristics. What is partnership? Partnership is a business owned jointly by two parties or more. These parties may be people, may be firms, according to an agreement between these parties, where they agree to be co-owners, distribute responsibilities for running the business, and share the income and the losses that the business generates. The agreement may be oral, maybe in writing, but it is preferable that all terms and conditions of partnership are put in writing in order to avoid any misunderstanding and disputes among partners. And in this case, it is known as partnership deed, which contains all legal and necessary points of partners, which must be signed by all parties and should be properly stamped. The parties share the ownership of the business, the responsibility of managing it, the profit and losses generated by the business. A partnership begins when the partners begin their business activity. It doesn't begin when an agreement is made, which could be prior to or after the parties embark upon business activities. But we have to make differences between the different types of partnership, which are, firstly, general partnership, where the business is unincorporated and the partners have unlimited liability for the debts of the business. To incorporate means to legally make a company into a corporation or a part of it. A corporation is a business protected by specific law. To incorporate means to make a business a legal one. That means to create it by law and manage it by it. Unincorporated is the opposite of incorporated, which is used to describe a business that is not a limited company. The second type of partnership is a limited partnership, which is more complicated than general partnership because it has two types of partners, which results in more documents and procedures. The first type of partners is a general partner or general partners who are actively involved in the management of the partnership and they can make decisions and they are considered the owners of the business and are personally liable for the business debts. The second type of partners is limited partners who invest in the business for the financial returns only, and their liability is determined by their investment in the business up to the amount of capital that they have invested in it. And they can't take part at any business operation or decision making. The third type of partnership is limited liability partnership, which provides all its owners with limited personal liabilities. It is similar to partnership, but it doesn't have general partners and must be registered to protect owners or to protect owners or their rights or obligations. Characteristics of partnership can be summarized as follows. Firstly, it's quick and easy to set up, administer and manage compared with companies. It requires only at least 2 people to start it. The necessary agreement between parties. There is between the partners. There is no separate legal entity. The partners are liable for all business debts. The activity of the business must be lawful, that means allowed by law or permitted by law. Partners agreed to share profit and losses equally, or as it is mentioned in the agreement. Unlimited liability, because there is no separate business entity. Registration of the business is not compulsory, but it is preferable to do it in order to protect the right and define the obligation of each partner. Confidentiality, because a partnership is not obliged to publish its record and accounts. Instability or continuity of business, because partnership may come on end at any time as a result of death, bankruptcy, or as the results of the will of partners. More resources, more skills, more knowledge, more capital, more experiences, because there is more owners compared to sole proprietorship. Flexibility, because capital and size of the firm can be changed without the government approval. Types of partners. Partners can be classified according to different criteria. According to the extent of participation, we can classify partners as active partners and sleeping partners. Depending on the sharing of profit, we can classify partners as nominal partners and partners in profit. Depending on the liability base, we can classify partners according in limited partners